Hello and welcome to the AM Creature Shop. My name is Andy. Today is August 3rd, which means we are well into the Halloween preparation for this year. But I actually haven't really got much of a chance to get to the Creature Shop because I've been at work, but now I get a little bit of a vacation break coming up. But before I actually go on vacation, I'm going to take care of some Halloween prepping. I want to introduce you to someone. This is Rita. Now Rita is just a half a skeleton. We actually put her on this beam a few years back, and I just got this old dress from the Salvation Army. I think I bought it for like $3 a long time ago. She for years has been something that's been in the background up here, but today we're gonna do some corpsing on her and we're gonna make her look a little bit more authentic and creepy. Because right now she kind of looks like a Grateful Dead album cover, really, to be honest. We're gonna fix that. First thing we have to address is how fake she looks. Now when you buy a skeleton, you usually look like this. First of all, nobody dies with their hands like this. Nobody even lives day to day like this. It's curved. That's the natural resting position of a human hand. This is completely unnatural. We have snapped her neck, so right now she's pretty poseable. But a big problem right now is she's only got one arm. Yeah, that's kind of an issue. If she's going to be in the foreground, she's got to be a little bit more forward looking. So we're going to fix this arm, we're going to position it in more of a natural death pose. We're going to fix these fingers and find a replacement arm. In fact, you know what, I might just take this guy's arm over here. We'll have to go find a hand. But the cool thing about her is, there's no waist to it. Here we're going to get a little R-rated here. She actually doesn't even have legs. So that's why she's propped up. So we don't have to adjust this too much because we have this really big poofy $3 Salvation Army dress, which is actually padded. So it kind of puts a little secondary sexual characteristics of a lady there already. Kind of zombified. But before we can do any corpsing of any kind, we have to make her complete. So we're going to do that right now. I could have been a doctor. I think I'm trying to get that one position. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Most human hands don't rest like this. They rest like this. So we're going to turn this into this, but with this. Like this. You may have seen me use this before on the corpsing of the owl, bending his arm. This is the perfect tool to cut. I'm going to take this thumb and I'm going to put it down here so it's more of an opposable thumb. That last little joint right there is way too long for a pinky, so I'm going to cut that little thing off. Talk. No, don't talk. Tell me where you hid the money. No. That was a little anticlimactic. Right now I have hot glue here, which is not going to stay. So I'm going to put some duct tape on it, and I'm going to secure it up really good. But it doesn't matter because it's all going to get corpsed over anyways. You can cake it with some glue. Doesn't really matter if you put too much hot glue in here. Actually, you probably could use this as an opportunity to beef up your hands a bit too. Ultimately, the position I'm trying to get with this left arm is something like this. Right now, she can only do this, and her hand is set forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this here, turn the hand this way, and then cut here after. I'm going to do this one second so you can see how much I actually need to turn this. No! Yes! 3 screws later, we got it in position. And ultimately just be like this, so she can fit in a small coffin display as opposed to doing a big showgirl pose. Oh, that's a nasty sound. To be continued. We're going to use these little wooden dowels to be facetors to go between 2 hollow points of PVC. Put some glue in here, screw that in there, and then I'll pose this to however I want this to be. Screw it in there, cover it up, and like I said, we're going to have some bicep muscles in there because she's not a skeleton, she's going to be a corpse. She's going to be gorgeous. Glue, screwed, and taped. I'm going to stuff the joints of the wrist and the elbow with simple foam that's been, these are actually just little shredded pieces off of other projects. The arms are set. Now we're just going to get the head upright just a little bit with the mouth open. Now, we're finally ready for the point of the actual corpsing part of this project. Some people like to use the latex, the tissues, and the cotton swabs and all that stuff. That makes great detail. The other mindset is shrink wrapped plastic. That is what we're going to do. I'm going to go with this because I want her to be more of an outside decoration. And the latex compound and the cotton and stuff, I've seen them in the past get wet and then they get moldy. This dress is so far gone, I don't care. I think this is probably like 95% polyester anyways, despite the look of it. So I think there's more plastic in this dress than there is in the skeleton, to be honest. Personal opinion for outdoor decoration. Indoor decorations is a whole different thing. So yeah, we're going to heat gun and corpse this girl up. And I'm going to do this a little bit differently because I'm actually going to keep the dress on here because I don't care if the dress gets messed up because that's part of the effect. You basically heat shrink the plastic around the body. Now, this is lifting a little bit, so use some hot glue to hold the flesh in place. You can use spray adhesive glue, spray it all over your skeleton, and wrap. If you can do the wraparound trick, that works. Again, it's whatever works. Let all the plastic shrink up and make those nice little nasty little creases and crevices. The dress, as I suspected, is very polyester. There's a lot of plastic to it. It's starting to wrinkle and beat up there. It's really kind of sick. And I think I'm going to do that effect to a little bit more of this. What I'm going to do before I put any more plastic on this, I'm going to paint it and see what we're actually dealing with. This is where things start to get spooky ooky. And here we go. You know, I said I wasn't done with the plastic. I think I might be. I'm taking off the curly red-headed Grateful Dead wig and I'm going to change it up with this nasty gray one I just found that we probably used on something last year for Halloween. But I think this is a bit of a better color scheme. And just like the plastic around the plastic skeleton and the plastic dress, the wig is very plastic too. So I'm using the sides of the heated glue gun. So I'm going to take this nastiness and let it go down here. Because we're going to hit it with some stuff after. Oh yeah, you're sick. You look sick and nasty. You actually look like someone I used to know. Yes, I am squeezing glue out as I go down. It's gluing everything down into place. The more we can get this to be one solid piece, the better. Yes, I am brushing her hair with a hot glue gun. I wouldn't recommend using this on your own hair unless you want to look like this. Here, I think I'm going to cut a couple of holes here and start ripping it up. You're starting to not be able to tell where the dress ends and the body begins, which is good. Keep her face highlighted. Get some of the sheen out of her hair, off this dress. Black paint covers all mistakes, and it's cheap. Let's start with a couple more tatterness on the dress. She is ready to go. I think I'm going to keep these teeth here, even though they're a little cartoony. For the overall effect when you pull back from it, and when she's in a coffin in the cemetery, it's gonna be intense. Yeah, you look a whole lot better than you did before. Oh yes, the profile is sick. Oh, it's intense looking. God, she's freaky. Yeah, that's awesome. I gotta sneak this inside the house. This is Andy from the AM Creature Shop. Keep Halloweening. We're just beginning this year. Man. That's intense.